Australia's Macquarie Bank, Peter. Fabulous second half earnings. This bank in Australia is getting into the business that other investment banks haven't been in. Is this the secret to their success?
Well, looking at Macquarie, it's really like, we think it's a bit like looking into the investment banking looking glass. Most investment banks are getting out of the commodities business. Most investment banks are weighed down with problems with their balance sheets, with a shortage of capital or excessive leverage. And Macquarie really seems to kind of have the opposite situation. It's as you say, produced very strong results, partly from its traditional funds business, but also really quite strong performance in commodities trading, which is something that other investment banks, particularly in the US, are getting out to because the regulatory burdens are just too heavy. And all of that really adds up to a pretty strong performance from Macquarie, which is in stark contrast with some of its larger rivals.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the share performance of Macquarie, up 65% since the start of 2013. I think that's like double the performance of Goldman Sachs. After such a good run, you have to ask whether the party can really continue here.
Well, it's interesting, and I mean, people have asked serious questions about Macquarie in the past, particularly over its fund business, which is basically involves, buying assets and putting them into funds and then selling them to people and taking a performance fee or taking a management fee and a performance fee. But that business has actually been proved reasonably robust even through the crisis. I think the bigger question over Macquarie, though, is they are expanding much more outside Australia. So the Americas was actually a bigger source of income for them than Australia was in the last fiscal year. And I think you have to ask the question that as they expand, as they spread their wings outside Australia, to what extent they can continue to buck what is a broader industry trend, which is much more subdued.
Australia's Macquarie Bank on a roll. Expansion, commodities trading, can it continue?